all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back on the Bossman Show here with Steve Forbes, coach of the ETSU Buccaneers out of the Southern Conference. Coach, what's up with you guys over at ETSU, man?
Well, we're having a nice year so far. 15-3 and 5-1 in the league, and have a big game tomorrow night down in Western Carolina. But the SoCon is, it's a tough league. A lot of good teams in our league. We've got a very balanced team. We've had 7 different leading scorers this year. I don't think there's too many teams in the country that can probably say that. We have a lot of balance, and so it's been a fun year so far.
Exactly, Coach. And I mean, this is your 5th year at ETSU. Can you believe it? You've been there 5 years, 2015.
Well, it's hard to believe. It's going fast. It seems like only yesterday when I had my press conference, but we've had a lot of fun. We've won a lot of games. Like I said, it's my 5th year. We won 100 games in our first 4 years, so that's 25 wins a season the first 4 years, and went to the NCAA tournament 1 time, been to the conference championship 3 times, and looks like this year we're going to have another really good year as well.
I think, Coach, you might be the winningest program in Tennessee over the last 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're the winningest team.
I think on paper we are. Yeah, I think as far as wins, obviously we all play in different leagues and different schedules. But yeah, as far as total wins, I know we are, and so that's something that we're very proud of. And there's obviously a lot of good basketball in the state of Tennessee. There's a lot of good teams. and we're proud to carry on that tradition.
You got that right. Now, Coach, last year you had 24 wins. So going to the offseason, knowing the standards you've set since 2015, what did you guys prioritize with your team in the spring and summer and early fall here?
Well, Bossman, one of the things that we struggled with a little bit last year was defending the free. And I thought that was something that we really needed to improve upon. We had a lot of guys coming back. We had a lot of experience coming back. So we spent a lot of time in the summer defending the three-point line. And right now we're in the top 15 in the country in defense and defending the three, and we've made tremendous improvement there. Not one of those things we did in the summertime. We went on a trip to Europe, and we went for 10 days. We went to Prague. We went to Munich. We went to Salzburg. We went into Budapest, and just had a really, really good. Went to Vienna. Had a really good trip. 10 days in Europe. Great time to build our team chemistry. I thought that was really helped us, coming into this season.
You got there, right? Get them extra time to get on the court and practice, actually with live practices and play a few games. I mean, we're returning guys, so it only helps you furthermore implement your system and your culture for the guys to be ready to kind of kickstart going into September, into October, and November.
Yeah, that's true. You get 10 extra days. And so, if you want to go twice, go 20 practices. I mean, the value of the trip is the practice, and then the experience, the bonding when you're overseas. We played 3 games and won them, but that wasn't really why we did it. We did it more for the experience and more for the practice.
Exactly. And then, Coach, try to get guys to defend the three. I know being around the Hawks a lot, they do a lot of film study to how to hold guys accountable. So do you think just showing those guys this on film to say, hey, you was in the wrong spot, close out quickly right here to stay in front of these guys, let them drive by you, it make them get better at the three. Also on court with the shell drills, of course, and doing drills in practice. But I think that film work really makes the guys see like the pitch like, yo, look, I need to be here on my closeouts, not here. Not I got open threes and blow the defense for us.
It's the best teaching tool that we have is film, and that's definitely the beginning of it. Is showing them the correct way to do it, showing them what they've done wrong, and then improving upon it by going out on the court and working on it. And a lot of it too is a commitment to being in the right place at the right time. It takes effort, and my teams up till last year are all really good defensively, and we just struggled a little bit late in the year getting out there and defending the three-point line. I thought it really kind of hurt us. And so it's something that we put a big emphasis on, but not just guarding the three-point line, but also being in the gap, stripping and ripping, and then getting back to the three-point shooter. You got to be able to do both. And so we can't be hugged up either. And so I think our guys have bought into that. And we'll be tested tomorrow night. Western Carolina's averaging already 80 points a game. They've only got 1 loss in the SoCon. They're averaging about 12 made threes a game, so we're going to have to get out there and guard them.
And, Coach, all I was talking about this, Coach, is I feel like the very important part of your program is the strength program you guys employ, because to win as much as you have, you got to get guys to be in shape, not only mentally, on the court, off the court, and have to eat right. You have a great strength coach to make sure those guys don't get hurt, because that's strength conditions is more than just being strong. You got to not get hurt as well, prevent injuries for guys who could derail your roster.
Well, that's a great point. And one of the only things that I asked for when I got the job here 5 years ago was to have my own strength coach. And they hadn't had that for basketball. It just had one person kind of doing it for everybody. And I have a guy named Mike Starkey who is just fabulous. And, a lot of it is he's the strength coach spends more time with the players than the coach a lot of times, because they're with them pretty much all year long. And so our guys are very committed to strength training, and I think it makes a difference. And I think you can see it on the court. My teams are big, they're physical, and we're in good shape. And all that goes to Mike. But they spend, all year lifting. We lift during the season, we lift in the off season, we're lifting now, we lift when we're on the road, and the other portion of that, as you said, is nutrition. You have to eat right, and you have to get enough sleep. And we've got some guys that even have to take pictures of what they eat and send it to them, so I know that they're eating the right things. And it's very serious. And as you know, at the NBA level, a lot of those guys hire their own nutritionists just to be with them all the time. And so it's an extra edge, and something that we have taken very seriously here, and it's something that we will continue to do.
Coach, I looked at your roster, Coach. You have a lot of Tennesseans on your roster, so I think you've done a great job at Tennessee finding that talented guys that fit your system and your program. So talk about the importance of recruiting Tennessee and how the winning you've done in your 5 years at ETSU has helped you on the recruiting trail and getting guys in Tennessee from all over the state to come play for you.
Well, yeah, I think recruiting inside out is really important. What I mean by that is you start locally, you start in your state, and then you move out. We've been able to, get some really good players in state, and then we've done very well, across the country and even internationally. In state, if you start locally, Pat Good is a local product from Johnson City, played at Crockett High School for his dad. He's a prolific shooter. He made 88 threes last year. He's one leading our team in threes again this year. He's only a junior. A really good player. He was third team All-League last year, and he's off to a good start again. And then Bo Hodges, who's from Nashville. Bo was the freshman of the year in the SoCon his freshman year. Last year he was All-League, and this year he'll be All-League. He's a very versatile player. One of the better all-around players in our league. Had a chance to be the player of the year. Was a multi-sport athlete in Nashville. Great football player, really good in track. Just a really tremendous all-around athlete. And then Trey Boyd is from Memphis, and Trey's our leading scorer, even though he comes off the bench. We have a deep team, and Trey has embraced the role of coming off the bench, and he's from down there in Memphis, and he can really shoot the ball. He made 82 threes last year. So those guys, are very important players in our program that all, hail from the state of Tennessee.
And, Coach, like you said, you went 11-2 with non-con, Coach. That has to make you very, very happy. And, the 2 games you lost, you was kind of in those games as well to a degree, so they wasn't blowout losses. So, you could easily been 13-0 non-con if things went your way here or there. So that's make you really happy knowing that your guys went out there, competed at a high level and outside of SoCon play and showed what each issue was all about.
Well, I like your confidence in being 13-0 because I don't think too many people are going to Allen Fieldhouse and win at Kansas. But we played pretty well. We got down early and tended to fire our way back into it and got down by 5, but never could get enough score pressure on them probably to make it a game. But we ended up losing, I think, 10 or 12 there. And then we lost a tough road game at North Dakota State right before finals. They're a good team. Again, they're leading their league too, and just got beat. But one of the most impressive wins in the non-conference for us was that we won our win at LSU, and we won pretty much wire to wire. We were ahead pretty much the entire game. We got them down 23 in the second half, and then ended up winning double digits. But very pleased to have 11 non-league wins. It's hard to do that here. We don't get to play, we don't buy any games, we don't get to play all home games. We have to go on the road. We traveled all the way over to UT Martin. We went over and played Arkansas Little Rock, who's Coach Walker's doing an incredible job there. They're winning the Sun Belt right now. So we challenged our guys, and we're very pleased coming out of that thing being 11-2.
And right now, you're defending your home court really, really well, 10-0 so far. I know it's very key to any team when you get in conference play, defending your home court and winning the home games you can and non-con, as you said, because you guys are going to play guarantee games for yourself to raise money for the school, most likely. And so you don't get many home games, so head and win when you can win at home. It's very, very important.
Well, it is, and that's what I talked about most when I came here was to establish a home court advantage. And we have the best fans in the league. We draw the best in the league. I don't know. I think we're like 60 or something and 11 at home since I've been here, and we're undefeated at home this year. And that's a credit to our players. It's a credit to the environment that we've created, and it's a credit to our fans who, show up and cheer for us. And it's become a hard place to play in Freedom Hall, which also makes it hard to schedule because then we don't get anybody that wants to come here. But it's important to have a home court advantage, and I think it's important to have a style of play that people want to come out and watch. And it's not just our students, but our community. They come out and really support us, and it's a family atmosphere, and it's something that we're very proud that we've built here.
And Coach, I know you got Western Carolina. I had on Mark Prosser last week, talked about how happy he is to improve with his team and what they're how they're playing. So you got those guys. And you mentioned they shoot a lot of 3-pointers. They score very, very tall, very, very well. So I know the 3-point line will be very important when you go down there and see those guys tomorrow. So in the game plan discipline for your team, when you kind of tell them in the scouting reports and shooting rounds, make sure we close out properly to those guys. They will let the ball rip in a heartbeat.
Well, they're hard to guard, and I think that's the number one thing. But you also got, like I said, you got to be able to do both, because what happens a lot of times when you put too much attention to personnel and too much attention to, extending your defense, then you get beat off the dribble. And so we've got to be in the gaps, and then we've got to close and contest. And then they have one of the premier post players in the league, in Carlos Dotson, and so they get you spread out. Then they throw it in there, and he's one-on-one in the post, and he's a handful. And so it's going to be a hard game, and Mark's done a really nice job. And in year two, I picked him towards the top of the league myself personally this year, because I knew they had some good players coming back, and then he's got a kid, Mason Faulkner, that he had sitting out last year that's averaging 18 points a game. And so, it's going to stress our defense. We've done very well defensively, especially over the last 7 or 8 games. I think we've been giving up. I think it was 7 straight games we didn't give up in the 50s, and then night before last, we gave up 61. So we've been locked down defensively. We're going to have to do that tomorrow night down in Cullowhee.
And Coach, I feel like that this year that the net rankings really treat you guys really well, because as we speak right now, 6 of the 10 schools are 11 wins or better over 500. So, and that's the conference plays already started. So it speaks to how good the guys did at the Don Con, and how I feel like they should at least give you all at least a shot at 2 this year, because of the way y'all go out and played well as a conference as a whole. SoCon
is a very, very tough and very balanced league. And, last year Wofford had a tremendous run, going into undefeated in the league, and then going to the NCAA tournament, beating Seton Hall and giving Kentucky all they wanted. And, Greensboro was the last team out, and it was too bad, because West has done a tremendous job there, and they had a really nice team. This year's the same thing. We got, and it's probably deeper this year. Maybe nobody's going to run the table, but not only us, Wofford, Furman, Greensboro, but now you have Western Carolina, you have Chattanooga, who's playing really well. We just played Sanford. You still got the military schools, and so it's a hard league. And yeah, it'd be nice to get 2 bids out of it. Now the hard part is, it's scheduling, and some of it is we have to schedule better, but some of it we have to have better scheduling opportunities as well. And if you can't get games, then it's hard to to improve your net. And so, we're all trying to do that. And we have a brand new commissioner, Jim Schaus, who came from Ohio University, and he's a tremendous basketball person, and he's working hard to help us in that area. But I think as we move forward, we'll raise the profile of our league, and that's what we're trying to do. It's not just individual schools, but it's our league to try to get a 2-bid league. Well,
Coach Forbes, much love to you down there in Carolina tomorrow, man. Talk to you real soon. I know I'll see you at the Final Four in Atlanta, hopefully.
I'll be down there in lovely old Atlanta, so appreciate you having me on, and, have a great week.
All right, you too, Coach. Talk to you real soon, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Steve Forbes on the Bossman Show.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.